So once Cat had lured Bobby out with her sweet voice and got him calmed down and got him used to her and used to the house, I came home from a job and he was much calmer and he was more like the cat that I met at the house. And so, you know, he started taking affection and eating and doing all that stuff. And he was standing there and I was looking at him and I'm going, there's just something different about him. And then I was looking, I was going, wow, his paws are really small. And at the time I was thinking, like, are there some breeds of cat that just have really small paws?
Well, it's a very complicated matter. First, you've got the medical thing that you've actually taken off part of the finger. So you're actually cutting off this much of the finger. It's not just removing the nail, it's surgery. And it's very cruel because they can sometimes have phantom pain or have problems for a long time because of that. And it can often, you know, give them other behavioral problems and, you know, then you've got issue. And sometimes they have a tendency to walk very gently on them because of it. Sometimes it's because there is some pain. Other times it's because they become a little hesitant. So that can be a problem there. And as far as their territory goes, if they're around another cat that does have the claws, then, you know, they're going into a situation without a weapon to defend themselves, which, you know, can be a big problem. You know, as far as marking their territory, which they do with their claws, there's glands in between the digits that excrete a pheromone that marks and says, this is my territory. And they'll do that. They'll still scratch even without the claws, and that's still important to have a scratching post for a declawed cat, because you know, the scratching post provides you know, the yoga stretch. It allows them to mark their territory, both visually when you've got the claws, but they still see it the same way as a non-declawed cat would. Some may have an issue with it if there is the physical pain. That could be a bit of a trouble too.
He's being very super cute here.
Okay, so now we know why his paws were so small, because he'd actually lost a part of his paw when he was declawed. I didn't really have any experience with declawed cats. We'd never done it ourselves, and I never really, you know, had much contact with cats who were declawed. I didn't know, wasn't close to anybody whose cat had been declawed. But I realized that he wasn't the same as he was when I knew him at the house. He wasn't as open and trusting and outgoing and confident, but he was still a loving cat. And I just felt like, you know, he deserves a better life. He deserves the best life possible, considering everything that he'd been through. And, you know, Kat and I both felt that we should really do everything we could to just, you know, make his life as happy and enjoyable as possible.
Like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell. Don't miss an episode of BobCat's Playground. Help us change the world, one cat at a time. Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. Happy to teach people about cats.
I can't start talking until you stop.
BobCat's Playground is produced by Edit Extreme. The opinions expressed are those of the participants and are not intended to replace professional advice. Find out more at editextreme.com.